Really?
People will put in our way.
Kane, Raw Talk.
I'm Kane and this is Raw Talk. Today we will discuss the potential ban on TikTok from President Trump.
Maybe banning TikTok, we may be doing some other things.
But first, the promised clickbait. Skip the boring minutes if you're only here for the 60 seconds TikTok adult compilation. Now back to the more serious part. Unless you've been living under a rock, you must have heard about TikTok. Big-breasted girls doing silly dance moves. Well, at least that's what's on my timeline. Yes, they figured it out, my preferences, very fast. Guilty, Your Honor, I watch TikTok because of bouncing boobs. But most people would describe it as a video sharing app that let users post clips that are 15 to 16 seconds long. Just like sex when you have the age of the average TikTok user, and yes, that includes foreplay. Currently, TikTok has a user base of around 800 million people, and it all started when in 2017 the company ByteDance purchased Musical.ly for $800 million. Okay, so far no problems, but except for the small fact that even though ByteDance sounds very English, it's in fact a Chinese company based in Peking. They've been around since 2012 and are very good in machine learning and artificial intelligence. Processing data. Okay, we might see some problems privacy-wise. And with everything that grows very big in such little time, people like it a lot. From governments, from privacy watch groups, from me. Hey, don't blame me, yeah? I'm just a simple man. If it shows boobs, it deserves a place on my phone. India already banned the app as part of the anti-China measures after a violent confrontation at the border between Indian and Chinese troops. 20 Indian soldiers permanently stopped using TikTok because they were killed in a brutal hand-to-hand fight about some border dispute in the Himalaya. And now President Trump also wants to ban TikTok. Why? Isn't America the land of the free and the home of the brave? Yes, it is, and I love that country. I really do, but TikTok owner's ByteDance isn't American. It's Chinese. Many people fear that ByteDance is sharing user data with the Chinese government. And this can be done intentionally through data requests or even unintentionally through spy software, since they're hosted in China on servers from Alibaba. The fear of Chinese Communist Party using TikTok as a tool to spy on Americans is very, very, very real. They can use facial recognition, location data, and AI image scanning techniques to obtain sensitive information. That makes it a matter of national security in the eyes of President Trump.
In terms of how TikTok handles user data and whether or not it goes back to China or the Communist Party.
And what does TikTok know about you? When you sign up, you must provide your email address, phone number, and a link to another social media account. After that, the app needs permission to get your location, your audio and camera recordings, and all your contacts on your phone. As stated in their privacy policy, the app regularly collects users' information like your IP addresses, your mobile carrier, unique identifiers, keystroke patterns, and location data, and so many other things. It states that this information may be shared with third-party services such as advertisers. What? Advertisers? My keystrokes? Patterns to advertisers? Okay, TikTok is spyware in disguise, and not even a good disguise. They also collect your search history, the sites you visit. I assume you have nothing to hide, but if they scan my browser history, a few Chinese communists are trying to get my house nuked for crimes against humanity. Well, let's be honest, Generation Z would not even stop with TikTok, even if the Chinese government shot a kitten and a puppy for every like. Can I go viral, but you have to wipe out a complete village with an airstrike in the process? Okay, let's do this. Would you share all this information with the Chinese government, or any government for that matter? Everybody is so afraid of the COVID tracing app, and nobody wants it because it invades our privacy. But with TikTok, no problem. And privacy in China is a real matter of life and death. TikTok's parent company has worked with the local police forces, resulting in detaining an estimated of 1 million people in re-education camps and prisons simply for belonging to religious minorities. Of course, this was not only TikTok data used, but You see the problem with sharing your contacts and location data with the Chinese government? Of course, TikTok denies it has ever shared or will ever share with my Chinese contacts. They always say that. They even hired Kevin Mayer from Disney to become the CEO of ByteDance to give the company just a little more USA Disney sparkles. Back to the USA. Wells Fargo already forced their employees to uninstall TikTok. And then Amazon followed with the same request, but somehow they said it was an error. The US Army also told everybody working for them to delete the app from all military devices. Damn, no more TikTok movies while flying the F-22 Raptor to bring some freedom and democracy in Syria. Funny little detail, the guy dropping a bomb on a house in Syria might be following the same TikTok accounts as the people on the receiving end of the bomb. How do you ban an app? In the USA, it's not that complicated. Just forbid US companies to work with them and bye-bye TikTok in the Play Store and bye-bye TikTok in the Apple App Store. We know both that Apple and Google have a kill switch that gives them the power to remotely wipe the app from your phone just with a push of the button. But this would be difficult, and both companies would not like the idea to interfere with their users' phone. So, easier, just force the internet service providers to block access to TikTok servers. And then there is the legal loophole. Under very specific circumstances, they can just take the app and the US user base and give it to another company. Rumor goes Microsoft is already preparing for this scenario, and they even come up with a name. Microsoft Teens. How much do you think Microsoft is going to pay? Estimated value somewhere around 50 billion. The political dance Trump and TikTok are currently doing could also lead to ByteDance being forced to sell TikTok to a US company. And I say dance, but we both know it's blackmail. If you don't sell, your company will destroy you. And trust me when I say this is not because they are concerned about your privacy. The idea that another government can see and they cannot is just unbearable. Do not think for even 1 second our privacy is safe now. There are some mega powers in motion to force every social media company to store its data locally. Meaning the government can spy on its own people. They want to do the spying part themselves. So we are not naive in seeing Trump as the big defender of American privacy. But if spying needs to be done, we'll do it ourselves. Thank you. We'll make spying great again. Another positive side effect for the American economy. There's a worldwide explosion of young content creators. If you take away their platform of choice, they will look for stable alternatives like YouTube or other platforms that emerge when the biggest one is in trouble. So you will have an explosive growth of a whole new generation of content creators securing the future of YouTube. But what will happen to all those TikTok famous kids? Millions and millions of views, fans worldwide, and all of a sudden, nothing. That's like breaking the legs of Usain Bolt. I think it could even go as far as a spike in the suicides amongst Generation Z. Most of the people who live on TikTok got already a good life lesson. Do not put all your money on one horse. There's a spike in apps like Thriller that grows on fear of a ban. For example, Josh Richards, with more than 20 million followers, is leaving the platform that made him a star for the LA-based rival Thriller. So much for loyalty. Did he do this because of privacy issues? He says so, but they made him also chief strategy officer of Thriller, and he's working with investors Snoop Dogg and Lil Wayne. Other famous TikTokers like Griffin Johnson, Noah Beck, and Anthony Reeves are also signing on as Thriller advisors and are equity shareholders. They declined to disclose their investment level when asked. So ByteDance might be forced to sell TikTok, and they need to do this fast if they want to survive. But to whom? Because of antitrust issues, you simply cannot sell it to Facebook or Twitter. They would become too big and would have too much power. But Microsoft would be perfect, no? Because they have nothing that even looks like social media. For that matter, they also don't have anything that even looks like an operating system, but that's another discussion. And guess who has not any legal trouble recently about antitrust? Yep, Microsoft again. Our sources in the tech community says Microsoft is definitely working on something related to TikTok. So to wrap it up, do you need to delete TikTok? Yes! But not because of privacy. Well, maybe also because of privacy, but more because with all the data and the social media, there is always someone spying on you. For now, just to sell stuff you don't need, but say we didn't want you in the near future, your insurance rates go up. Simply because Facebook says you're a daredevil. Your car insurance is through the roof because navigation app Waze says you're speeding. You should delete it because it brings nothing of any value in your life. Read a book, visit friends, have sex, party instead of watching TikTok clips to get your dopamine fix. But hey, maybe I'm just getting old. Make sure you don't miss the next episode because if you do, I'll ask the Chinese government who you are and I will find you. Anyway, this was Kane with another Raw Talk about stuff that matters.
Kane Raw Talk.